Voice chat knows. What stock is that again? Welcome to Read the Room with Unc. What is up, everybody? This is Unc with this week's Read the Room. Coming at you this morning instead of last night. I was up late, actually working on the bigger watch list. Professor has me with 375 right now, so trying to thin that out, and then I'll get that to you guys via the RTL Insight when it's done. Just the big list that I work off. I like everyone to have it as well, so we can stay in the same pools. Right up front here, not a great week last week. Definitely kind of called the sideways action, but a little bit more bleeding than I probably like to see. Um, what I do during that time is definitely play the socials a little more. I hope you guys got in on the SOUND and the HPCO. A couple of them runners. Just to keep the lights on for you guys. Um, and then I like to look at charts. I like to see what's holding. I always say it, post it in chats when the days are bad. Um, I like to see what levels are being respected because that's what's real. If something gets sold right through it, I like to take note that I was wrong on that level and to adjust my thesis on the play. So, not to get into too many of those from last week, kind of stick to the same process as always. Get right back on the horse here. Um, and the first one we do have is ASTS, 621 and 831 with the news. They had SpaceX news on a launch next month. Bam. So let's pop them up here. Yeah, we're just back here. The 621 kind of talked about it rejecting. Some people want to call it 650. I'm just not that greedy. I like guaranteed outs because some people can play this from the 580s back to 621. That 40 cents is playable depending on your size. Even 100 shares, that's 40 or 50 bucks. Um, Sometimes not a bad play. But the definite dip on Friday has me interested because it did kind of pull back into the afternoon with that news. Space in general, gonna start, especially during this time of the market when we are pulling back, gonna stay strong in sectors that are showing strength, not ones that are just tanking. Baba China 101, 87, 63. Um, Kind of got overextended in my opinion up here at the 120. You can see these peaks. I mean, that's just where it likes to fail. Back to the top of the channel here. We have gotten more downside into this channel, but this handy dandy trend line is coming into play as well. So just want to know what the professor has on China as well, because I think this is a good setup off of the 100 or off of the 87. Either one is a good setup in the long run when these do come back. CGC, $2.22, 430. It's around ER. They fired some people. You see the dippers, almost a 3-day rule, but this line, let's pop it on the weekly. You can really should start using this a little more, huh? Let's shut these down for you guys. Um, if you look at this guy on the weekly, yeah, bam. It's pretty trendy. So the only thing I don't like that we didn't get that high last time. No pun intended. But still, this is 292. So basically a weak $3 test. Sector ain't really going to have reads. I'm just kind of going with the TA on that one. Next up, Dash. So this should be a decent voice topic. How did I get away with that? This should be a decent voice topic because they do have ER this week. 57.11, 79.12. Lyft got wrecked. Well, in my opinion, these guys, Lyft getting wrecked, it did take them down, but these guys have a chance to show that they are executing well in the same sector after someone tanked, which gives them a big leg up. Top of the channel has always been that 79. Kind of my fair market value lines up with the TA. Maybe it's a shelf down here. Maybe it is a shelf. Let's not lie. Maybe it's a 72. But still, easier float read here. That would be strong for me. Back off 57 with the ER. Just want to see what he says on that. I think they do execute a little better than Lyft, a little more diverse. EXK, this is a silver play. Third, $3.19, 420. It's on the bottom of the channel here. Let me get more daily here. As you can see, volume profiles 350 on both charts. So I just like that in general. Nice trend if you look at the trend line. Yeah, it's a silver play. Nothing crazy. Trying to get a little boring if we do get more of this red action. FSL 359 one line chart. It's probably a good example of. No, it's not a good example of that. Yeah, 359 one line chart. It was active. Just had that really bad kind of sell off the whole week, to be honest with you. But we're back around the level. As you can see, this has kind of been where it's at before. Just want to see what the professor has on this guy. Laser. Both of these right here, FSL and Laser, just previous winners, to be honest. This is why I have them on the list so much regularly, because they're easy to trade, in my opinion. So Laser 607, 751. Yeah, dumpy dump. Got up to the 650. This one made, or excuse me, 750. This one made no sense because it kind of throttled this line for a while and just had a power move there. Kind of got to get lucky in timing that thing, or just catching some continuation. But we're back here on the 6th level, so I want to see if he still has a 7.5s, because if he does, this thing's, when the market flips, has no trouble getting there. $1.50 on that's 25%. MODG post ER. So I don't think these guys had options, and now they do. So back on it. I kind of nailed this one, but they didn't have options, so it never made the hot list. Let me get that off the screen. Sorry. Coffee time. But we are pulling back here with ER. I did read the report. The earnings per share was off, but they're spending money building stuff, and in this time of the market, like that's, you basically just want to be sitting on your money. People see that as gambling, but this is Top Golf, so I understand why they're building stuff. They don't have a bunch of them. They need to build the business. So a little pullback here to this level. We kind of have an overextended euphoric range from the coming out of the first of the year. But I just want to see what this has, because we kind of do have a couple levels. I could probably throw on right here on the IPO level as well at $20. So I want to see if the flow has, it's like some crazy long-term stuff on it, which I think it should. NLG, or NGL, sorry, $2, 240 post ER, brand new ski play. Found the trend. See this nice trend. Trend with some range. 240 is the volume profile in the 3 years, so I think it just gets back to that from here. If pressure has threes, this is A+. It's an energy play. Got to start finding these ones with trend that have decent volume. PL. Another space play. 456 one line chart. Yep, you can see it kind of getting tight here. We are getting tight, but if space takes off, this is usually a pretty easy one. Nothing special here. Previous winner, stay on them. Play, burger theme, 4406, 38, 56 reclaim. So we're reclaiming that upper part of the channel, I believe. Let me get on here. $29.99 Dave and Buster special. Remember them back in the days, folks? This is one that me and the professor figured out that, hey, our system might actually work. I just always thought this was going to get to $50. And it's trying. It's doing everything the market doesn't want it to, so. The market. PSNY 550 volume profile. So this is also another one, kind of fits the Top Golf theme. It's just a recent IPO. This is the whole weekly right here. It's the whole shebang. I mean, there was I forget what it was now, because CCIV was Lucid. Whatever the heck it was before this. Now it's going to bother me that I forgot the ticker. But yeah, whatever it was before this is when it changed to that. And we don't really have volume profile from the other ticker on Thinkorswim. So we don't really have a lot of information to go by, but I do have this shelf built around 550 now, and I just like how we're kind of throttling. Weekly, you can really see it. It's just building support here. Um, Definitely is opportunities for cheaper, but you can see one, two, not much downside from there, in my opinion. Um, PayPal, 80 volume profile. My channel is 89 to 70. Sorry, I didn't say the change. I don't. You'll see it on the chart if you really want to see it. Had the ER, so we're on the backside of that. Report looked fine to me. 80 is volume profile. Well, 79, 78. So right in here is the volume profile. I do think we continue out of this channel from here. Rocket Lab, heavy space. That's the third one. 477, 410. Top of the channel here. Rocket Lab burning down the. Yeah, so top of the channel. I like how it flushed and came right back, and you can see it just pinging on it Friday. Yeah, definitely see how the level is respected. We are SR flipping there, but if this sector takes off, these dip buys will be really good. 410 is your bottom, don't forget that. I believe that was a volume profile bottom. Rocket Mortgage, $8.69, $11. We're on the bottom here. It's kind of flush. A lot of these had really, really good runs, and then flush. This good example of one that had the December sell-off, came back in January, and then continued to a whole nother level. But we're back to this. We're back to this like it's December 1st, which to me that shows strength. If we've just flipped support and resistance from the sell-off of December, that's not bad. Takes a little time. I have stressed how some moves take time, but that to me is some strength as long as we do not have the flow reads, below the channel. I want to see those 11s still be strong here. Haven't been on this next one in a while, but I do think solar comes back a little bit. Run, this is a really good EDU chart, and I'm about to show you guys why. 22, 57, 30, 33 bottom. Knowing whether stocks are going to go up, down, all that, that's, real hard to dictate. But knowing where they're going to go, trying to stay inside the lines, trying to stay inbounds, completely different story. You can predict that a little bit. But we've had this chart for a long, long time. I believe we were in this zone, kind of failing. But these $22 ads are back again. They've been offered a few times with ranged back to 28. For me, that's still a 25% window. Like it a lot. Do have ER coming up in a little couple weeks, so I just want to see where the professor's at with that. But we probably should have been on and off again these a few times, in my opinion. Stitch Fix, 398 one light chart. I was gonna do this last week, and I'm glad I didn't because I thought I caught a higher low last week. We did not catch a higher low last week. Excuse me. Back on here on $4, you can see it's just the volume profile. I like the people that have like a niche market, no storefront. That seems like the way to go right now. Pretty simple here. Just seems to flow reads, have us back to the 5 or 6s because there's plenty of range off this level. VTNR, it's on again, off again. I don't want to let this guy go. Ooh, I don't want to let this guy go. Sorry. 883. That should be 15. Sorry. 15.06, and it's a trend. Yeah. But still, that 15 is way up there. We're not even 2.8 yet. I know. I'm crazy. These guys had 4 times revenue, I believe. But we are building support. Once we get back in here, I think it's pretty darn quick. Man, you could almost draw a line down here. Probably better support built in these last 2 candles. But if energy does kick off a little bit of euphoric run, people looking for who's making money, these guys will have what they're looking for. All right, hot list keepers. Let's go over that because it was so bad last week. So and I'm only 14 in. So AMRS. I still like AMRS. Let me get on it here. Go through all my scan. Boom. Let's see how big this new one is. Look how big this is. It won't even load. There's so much stuff it won't even load. I gotta clean that up. Look at all that. I gotta clean it up. All right. AMRS. Yeah. Still like this one. Consolidating the crap, but these 150s usually pop back to the 170s. It's that simple. If we do get the industrials moving, like this one a lot. Well, it's playable low risk down here in my opinion. I don't think we're gonna go much lower on that guy. Caesars, especially with the Super Bowl. We got up through the 55 and it just rejected hard Thursday, Friday. I ain't scared here. I think we get through this 55 here soon. Market conditions will help that. Dino and Devin, well, I am going to do those together. Dino, just add below the line, sell above it, or keep the shares. But same thing here, add below the line or on the line, sell above it. I think these have a lot left. They'll stay in rotation. Better pullback plays, in my opinion. Fubu, I'm bagged in this. I ain't gonna lie. I got about 400 shares. I think my average is probably around 30, maybe high 120s or 220s, but definitely a little underwater here. I just think two is going to hold, and we're going to get back at least into this 250 to 83 channel. Just got murdered last week. Did not see that coming. No news or nothing with that. Rad, can't get them all right. My bad, guys. Can't get them all right. Rad, I think this one's still really good. You can see the weeklies just kind of trotting along here, but any kind of news, especially if healthcare picks up, good platform finally down here. So I want to stay on that one, and then I know the last one is REI. So REI, yeah, the if you read the note, it's 225 to 250. So we haven't got back to 250 in the last 2 weeks. We've only gotten to 240. I'm a little scared on that, but with the energy sector picking up, you got to stay on this. Just kind of got to find your spots, play it RTL a little bit, because energy does seem like it's going to be strong here soon. All right, got a lot going on this week. I'll just cover it quick in here so you guys you can have some of it too. Call it the EDU this week. So Thursday was really bad. Should showed if your level was good or not on Thursday. Friday, if it bounced back, I would definitely pay attention to those coming Monday. Timing is everything. I've been saying that a lot lately. Bitcoin is up 46%. Oil is down 2.2% year to date, and stocks are up 7% year to date. So your timing is more important than anything. Having a level you trust and that you know has range off of it is where it's at, because depending on when you bought is going to depend on how you do more than at what price you bought. And then this week we have CPI and PPI. For me, those numbers are more important on not what they are, but how the market reacts to good or bad news. And then SPY last week, me and Pester were pretty much right on each other. He had 420, I had 418. We both had 402. It was 416, 405. We stayed inside that range, not necessarily inside bar, but inside the range that we had, which was the sideways action. Probably look for more of that to change, or for more of that this week, unless something changes. And then as long as we don't basically get back here to the last low, we still have a chance to have a trend change. So I'd stress that when you're looking at charts, especially these ones with big ranges. Coin's probably a good example. Look at the weeklies. This is why, or this is when I would want to trade coin, is when it has $30 range, and it has the last 2 weeks, both to the upside and the downside. Again, timing, right? So that's why we stay on those. But I look at the weekly, kind of get the overall trend of things, see what levels they're on, because if those break, that will signal a trend change. which coin really hasn't changed trend yet. Coin is technically still in an uptrend, um, unless we break through, break back down through right about here, which let's say the $48 level. So yeah, just in general, have a if you're in here, let's pull up the big guy since I'm right at 20. So if you're in here and you're going like this, and you got your 10-day, your 5-minute on your 10-day, and this is all the information you got, and you're just kind of like you're stuck. You don't really know what's going on. This looks like this is dying, especially if you don't have lines and levels. Zoom out. I mean, at least give yourself the day. What's a year on a day? At least give yourself that. So yeah, we are coming to a pivotal point here. Good. That's why that's a good example. But yeah, that's why I stress multiple time frames, because how it looks on the day, the hour, excuse me, the 5-minute, the hour, the day, or the weekly is very, very different. And that's should dictate, when you're looking at stocks. So coin $30 range last 2 weeks. Um, yeah, even if we get half of that, it's still very, very tradable. And that should show you why the professor trades this and in phase almost every day. Because you get these big ass candles. Big candles. $30 range. You must like $30 range. All right. Y'all have a good weekend. Do some homework. Ask a lot of questions. Keep going. Strike when the iron's hot. Get your timing, sizing, and emotions right. But most importantly, have that plan. Respect the lines. And as always, read the room.